What up, guys?
JT, you're not supposed to be.
No, hold on. You are not starting us off. Somebody else has to go.
All right, Coach JT, how's your day going today?
Icebreaker.
Throw you a little softball. I like that.
He did. My day's great, man. We just got off the grass, so it's always good when we're out of the office and on the grass. Back to spring ball. Went practice 5, I guess. So it was good. Making progress. Getting a lot of young guys some reps. Perfecting some technique stuff with some of the older guys, and this is the best time of year for refining like technical, fundamental stuff for the players, and I enjoy it.
So speaking of fundamentals and technique, do you find that your coaching styles are a little different this year?
Yeah, they're all different. They got different names, look different than they did last year. Like everything's different. Obviously we had a change on the defensive side. Most of the guys, and so far so good. I think the players are doing a really good job of understanding what we're trying to do, buying into what Coach Heatherman is selling. The cultural things from the head coach down that are now intertwined with Coach Heatherman's culture within the defensive room is being bought into by all the guys. So it's so far so good. It's March. We got a long way to go, but it's a good start.
JT, the relationship between you and Damian, just how has that grown? And just having two guys who have been there, done that, how much does that help the guys when you're trying to preach your message, knowing that you guys have all the experience you guys do have?
Yeah, D-Lou's been great. I mean, he's obviously very experienced at it, coaching the league. He's coached in college out there in Colorado. Played for a long time, played here, so it always means more for guys to play the place that they're coaching. D-Lou does not walk in with an entitlement because he played here, because he's part of the history here. He comes in and works, and he's fiery, high energy, always got juice. I think we do a good job of good cop, bad cop sometimes. There's times where we're both bad cops, and I'm like, ooh, that might have been a bit much. But they'll be all right. I'll be all right.
I was going to say, JT, you're not supposed to be beating your guys to the drills. You don't want to be beating them to the drills.
I win, bro. I just like to win. So I know I'm supposed to push them and chase them to the drill, but leaders lead, man. It's hard to lead from the back of the pack. So, Coach Cristobal always tells me, like, you get to the drill and your guys are still behind you. Like, well, they got to speed up.
So I was going to say, are you noticing? Because I did notice they were trying to get there before you.
They try, but people, what? Pads. Don't even start. I'm 50 and I can still beat most of them and all of you guys.
Ruben Bain mentioned, like a few weeks ago, that like he tried to trim down a little bit, try to get back to playing like he did as a freshman. Just what do you think maybe was keeping him kind of limited last year, and how have you seen him for the first week and a half of camp?
Well, last year, I mean, he had an injury, second play of the game, so that would have put him out 5 weeks, I think, or whatever it was. So that's what held him back. People talk about sophomore slump and all that crap. Like, the guy got hurt, second play of the game. Playing hard, chasing, trying to burst to go get the quarterback, and had an injury. So Bain works at it, as you can see. I mean, every day I can't get off the practice field. I'm always the last one out of here because he likes to work. He just he's doing a really good job of finding little things in this game that he feels like he's not as efficient at, or maybe he has lost power, or he feels like he's taking a bad step. But he finds those things every day, and we work him at the practice. So he's in line to do what he's supposed to do and what we all expected him to do. He's got attention from everybody, from opponents, so he has to understand that. He's not going to have a whole lot of one-on-ones at times. We're going to do a good job of scheming things up and giving him and all the guys opportunities. We got a lot of guys up front that can get after it. And I'm looking forward to Bain having a big year.
What do you think you learned from having that position last year for the first time that you're going to bring in this year?
I'm sorry, Craig.
What do you think you learned from last year, kind of being the defensive end coach that you're going to bring to this year?
Well, you always learn stuff throughout the process. I mean, it's knowing when to push a little more or when to back off a little bit. I've always been real big on supporting the guys mentally and emotionally throughout their journey. There's different things throughout the course of the year, different ways I think to pass information on, game plan information on, that allows young guys or guys that are new to it to be able to absorb that and be able to use it on game day. Sometimes I think we inundate them with so much information that they get paralysis by analysis. So figuring out what's important, like what does this particular play I need to see in this position versus this look that he could use as a pre-snap key and not drown them with information.
Where did you see Armando Blunt take a step forward this offseason?
I was laughing about something else. Sorry. What was your question?
Where have you seen Armando take a step forward?
Armando turned 18 a few weeks ago. It's crazy. He's been here for a year. He just turned 18 a few weeks ago, and he's gotten bigger. He's gotten stronger. He's healthy. He loves football. He loves contact. He's violent as hell. All the things you want in a D lineman. He's doing a good job of learning what we're doing in the system. I think he likes it because it's less having to think about stuff and just go and butt heads with somebody. Dead face mask, and that's what he is. He's just, he's played inside, he's played outside. Armando's going to be a really good football player.
Speaking of young guys, Hayden Lowe, it seems like he stood out a bit in practice so far. Just coming in, like it seems like he's built like he's already a junior or a senior. Like, what have you seen from him?
Hayden Lowe's, he's 18. He's built like a grown man. Obviously, he eats a lot of oatmeal, so he takes care of his body. We're really high on him. We recruited him and thought very highly of him. I think he's one of the top edge players in the country. He's coming here. It's not disappointing. If you watch Armando run and Hayden Lowe run from the back, if they're running away from them, they look the same. Like the size of those 18-year-olds, it's crazy.
What's the oatmeal line? Is that just a saying? I've never
No, he always talks about oatmeal. He says he credits oatmeal for his body being the way it is. I think he's full of crap.
Full of oatmeal.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks,
Just
guys.
kind of Corey Heatherman's defense, just your impressions of it and kind of how it affects your group of guys.
I think it's very conducive to what we have in the room as far as personnel. He's really big on playing vertical as a defensive front, knocking things back with power and violence, playing vertical. Like I said, we don't want to run laterally. We're not going to do a whole lot of sideways stepping and whatnot. So it's a good fit. He did a hell of a job in Minnesota. Had a top 5 defense up there, and look forward to having a really big year. I think we've done a good job so far of recruiting, and fixing some holes and getting more players. Then at the end of the day, we have really good players. And I was talking to Coach Heatherman yesterday. Like back in the day at the Dolphins, we had 3 calls. It was double switch on first and second down. If it was third and short, we run mock a double A. If it was third and long, I don't even know they made a call. So we had 8 Pro Bowlers. So if you get really good players, you have a really small call sheet.
Thanks,
Good?
Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.